What's going on, guys? Stock Picks by Tim here, and this video is going to be about Evgo and their earnings, and I'll give you guys a couple of clips here. Their earnings was actually an hour long, and if you want to listen to it, I will leave you guys a link below, and you can click on this here, and then you can listen to their full earnings. It is about an hour long, so you've been warned. So I'm going to leave you this first clip here, and it basically goes into the fact that EV sales has doubled over the year, and vehicle manufacturers are offering over 50 new models over the next 24 months, so we know this EV revolution is on its way. And as for Evgo, they're going to have 3,000 to 3,300 stalls in construction or operation by year in 2022. But let's roll that clip and I'll be back in a second.
Evgo has another strong quarter, wrapping up a tremendous first year as a public company. We made significant progress in solidifying our position as the nation's largest public fast charging network for electric vehicles in a rapidly growing EV market. I'd like to begin this morning with some observations about the EV industry, given the escalating market momentum and enthusiasm we're seeing across the U.S. In 2021 alone, the market share of electric vehicles more than doubled, along with U.S. driver purchases of EVs. Approximately 475,000 electric vehicles were purchased in the U.S. last year, roughly double of sales from just the year before. This is just the beginning. Auto manufacturers are planning to introduce approximately 50 new EV models just over the next 24 months, including the arrival of EVs in segments like SUVs and pickup trucks that will unlock new demographic frontiers in EV adoption. And by 2025, dozens more will follow, creating an abundance of EV choice for every type of driver. We expect these trends will be further accelerated by tailwinds in the macro environment, as electrification of transportation has never been more widely accepted and anticipated. The improving cost and breadth of offerings comes at a time when rising commodity prices makes EV ownership more economically attractive than ever. As the pace of EV adoption accelerates, forecasters expect annual EV purchases to triple by 2025 and then triple again by 2030. It's worth remembering that we expect the demand for DC fast charging to outpace this already rapid market growth. With Evgo's growth and ability to scale profitability tied to EV adoption, we are energized by the powerful secular trends bringing more EVs to the road. Everything we're witnessing across the industry reinforces our confidence in this market and Evgo's leading position within it. It's why we have more conviction than ever in the investments we're making and the plan we're executing against.
All right, now before I get into the next clip, I just wanted to show you that we're coming into a possible head and shoulders. There's the head, there's the shoulder. Here comes potentially the next shoulder, depending on what move we make. So I'm keeping an eye on this one. And as for some key points into the next clip I'm about to feature, we're looking at 68% year-over-year network throughput, 1,903 stalls, either operational or under construction as of 2021, and by the end of the year, end of 22, like I said, about 3,000 to 3,300. So that's a decent growth in stalls, either fully operational or being constructed. And we've also been looking at some very nice customer growth, and let's roll that clip.
We delivered 26.4 gigawatt hours of charging throughput, a 68% increase over 2020. This demand for Evgo's charging services led to $22.2 million in revenue, a 52% increase over 2020. We ended the year with 340,000 customer accounts as more drivers chose Evgo as a key charging partner, up from 231,000 at the start of 2021. This equates to about 80% of non-Tesla EVs sold in the U.S. last year coming to Evgo. This demand for Evgo and our charging services extends past individual drivers and is illuminated by our numerous partnerships throughout the industry, further cementing our market leadership in the EV charging space. We hear it time and again when potential partners call us, and we're often that first phone call they make. They recognize Evgo's experience, track record, and leadership position. Over the last year, we signed several new landmark partnerships with key OEMs, including Subaru and Toyota. Evgo is now the charging partner of automakers responsible for over 40% of U.S. light-duty vehicle sales. As each of these OEM leaders ramps their own EV production, Evgo is exceptionally well positioned to be the charging network of choice for new EV drivers. We've also grown our fleet business with numerous new and expanded partnerships that include Uber, Merchants Fleet, and leaders in the autonomous vehicle space. And we're introducing our Evgo Extend business line to the market today, an offering we're extremely excited about. Operationally, we ended the year with over 1,600 DCFC stalls in operation and increased the size of the EVgo development pipeline to approximately 3,100 new stalls, marking a 26% rise since the end of the third quarter in this crucial element of our growth story. Over the longer term, we have a funnel of approximately 4,000 additional sites, each to host at least 4 charging stalls, which represents close to 5 times the number of fast charging station locations we currently operate. EVgo continues to add value to our infrastructure business by developing innovative software products that attract new customers and deepen relationships with existing drivers and B2B partners. This includes the rollout of EVgo Optima, our customized software for fleets, a new mobile app, and EVgo Inside, our proprietary software and API suite, all designed around the same principle of anticipating how to meet our customers' charging needs in a comprehensive and intuitive way. EVgo has been busy in 2021 laying the foundation for a comprehensive electrified transportation future. Subaru, EVgo was proud to become the preferred charging partner for their first electric vehicle, the Solterra EV, which is expected to become available in the U.S. this summer. EVgo's business deal with Toyota provides for 1 year of unlimited charging on EVgo's network for buyers of or lessees of Toyota's first widely available electric offering, the bZ4X, which Toyota anticipates will be available later this year. This marks Toyota's first move in significant plans to become fully electric, and EVgo is delighted to have been selected as their fast charging partner. As I noted earlier, with Toyota and Subaru, along with existing partnerships with other OEMs, EVgo now has charging relationships with auto manufacturers that together represent over 40% of annual auto sales in the U.S. This provides clear evidence of the success EVgo has had in building and operating America's most robust fast charging network over the last dozen years.
Hope you guys are enjoying so far. Next up, we're going to get into the financials, and revenue grew 70% year over year and 15% quarter over quarter. And this clip goes into the fact that we expanded growth margin and personnel and tech investments are being made to capture this growing market and scale further. And let's get into it.
Network throughput of 26.4 gigawatt hours exhibited material growth in 2021 with a 68% year-over-year increase and a 95% increase in the fourth quarter of 2021 versus the fourth quarter of 2020. Throughput for the year exceeded our guidance range of 24 to 26 gigawatt hours provided during our third quarter earnings call. Our active engineering and construction development pipeline exhibited big gains during the year, ending 2021 with over 3,100 stalls. Our active engineering and construction development pipeline was at 2,500 at the end of third quarter, exhibiting a 26% quarter-over-quarter sequential increase. We ended 2021 with 340,000 customer accounts on our network, which represents 47% growth year over year. Overall, over 109,000 customer accounts were added to EVgo's network in 2021, which represented roughly 80% of non-Tesla EV sales. We also continue to attract Tesla drivers. Revenue in the fourth quarter of 2021 increased 70% versus the fourth quarter of last year and 15% quarter-over-quarter sequentially, as the combination of EV adoption and EVgo's business development efforts drove high activity in both retail and fleet segments. Adjusted gross margin hit new highs of 28% during the fourth quarter due to high usage and growth in high-margin, data-driven ancillary services business lines. Turning now to the full-year results. Revenue increased 52% year over year to $22.2 million, above the upper end of our guidance range of $20 to $22 million provided during the third quarter earnings call. Adjusted gross margin for the full year increased from 3% in 2020 to 23% in 2021, as we continue to scale the business, driven by greater contribution from high-margin data-driven ancillary revenues like Recargo and network throughput growth that allow to exercise operational leverage.
And finally, I wanted to feature this clip that goes into San Francisco and the fact that EVgo is cash flow positive. And this kind of just gives us a glimpse into the future potential of EV adoption. But thanks so much, guys. Hope you enjoy.
San Francisco EV adoption rate is about 3%, among the highest in the United States. And at year-end 2021, EVgo operated 292 stalls in the area, resulting in 8.4% utilization rate, generating 1.9 million kilowatt hours of throughput in the fourth quarter of 2021. The San Francisco charging network generates 43% cash flow margin for EVgo, driven by solid utilization levels, an attractive energy cost environment, LCFS add-ons, and dedicated fleet stalls take-or-pay contracts. These margins and cash flow generation ability will increase with further EV adoption. For the full year 2022, we expect to deliver network throughput of 50 to 60 gigawatt hours, revenue of $48 to $55 million, adjusted EBITDA of negative $75 to $85 million, and total DC fast charging stalls in operation or under construction at year-end 2022 of 3,000 to 3,300 stalls. We're seeing a lot of progress and enthusiasm in the business, with a number of strategic commercial partnerships in various stages of development. Given the strong tailwinds and significant industry momentum Kathy discussed earlier, we see a massive opportunity ahead and believe that EVgo is well positioned to capitalize on it.